Good morning. Good morning. Hello, how's all my South Austin team and all of our fellow Riverbats across the district? So first, I want to give a shout out to our campus manager and the team for the great hospitality being shown to us today. Thank you so much. And second, normally I always make sure we recognize this person before we leave, but today I want to recognize him first. If we could give a round of applause for Mr. Grant Henning, who organizes this event. He continues to do this with excellence, so we don't want to take that for granted. All of just the organization of the logistics is the brainchild of Mr. Grant. So we just thank you for the way in which you handle all of these events. So I appreciate you deeply. So one of our favorite times of the week and the month, right? This is a chance where we have an opportunity to celebrate our fellow employees who are doing an excellent job demonstrating the things that we all hold dear, our 3 C's: caring, collaboration, and connection. And show of hands of who was here yesterday for the Campus Connection. I'm seeing quite a few hands. We talked about the chancellor's priorities and how wellness is one, and 3 C's are embedded in that work. And one of the things that I mentioned yesterday was you can't have the 3 C's without trust. And depending on, everybody has a different, it's interesting, the words that are common have different triggers for different people. Different people hear different things. You say equity and people look different. You say diversity, people look different. You say trust, and it means different things to different people. Trust is probably a reflection of what you've experienced in your life. You view trust differently if people have let you down. You view trust differently if you really needed people to show up for you and they didn't. So when we think about the 3 C's, we want to ground that in a solid foundation of trust, understanding that it takes a long time to build trust, and trust can be destroyed quickly. It's one of those things they talk about in marriage counseling. You really want to continue to put money in the bank with your spouse, right? From a trust perspective. And for all of us, whether we like it or not, we spend more time with each other than we do with our families, at least waking hours. And so it really matters when you think about the quality of our relationships. We can talk about student success initiatives. We can talk about guided pathways. None of that matters if you don't trust each other. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me in the you. And like I've talked about with my direct reports, I'm not saying anything to you that I'm not trying to live myself. It starts with me. All of us have to extend the same type of grace to others that we want to be shown. But as we're talking about 3 C's and innovation and all of those wonderful things, you can't have any of it without trust. Innovation is impossible without trust. If you think about, I'm going to close it. Can we close the door? Okay. It makes me think about the Wright brothers. If any of you have ever studied the Wright brothers, what was interesting about them is people assumed because they were brothers that they just had this, relationship. Well, they were close, but they argued like cats and dogs, and they didn't see anything the same way. But they showed up every day to argue with each other. And because they saw everything differently, they came at it with different approaches. But because they trusted each other, they actually listened when they didn't agree. And it was one day that they were, just almost going to blows because they didn't agree with each other, that they went home and one of the brothers said, I wonder if I applied what he said and I tweaked it this way. And the next day they flew. It's not always that you're going to agree with each other. If you think about our real families, we don't always agree. But the thing is, we know that we're going to be there and get through the challenges, right? I used to tell my daughters that, especially in their teenage years. Oh my gosh, is our family dysfunctional? I said, no, we're human. What you might see on television is a perfectly crafted sitcom that's scheduled for 22 minutes, and we have real humans, and you're seeing us work through problems, and you're going to appreciate that later in life because it says that we value people and we value relationships and we don't throw people away, right? So for us and the 3 C's, and like I said, I'm just thinking about all of this stuff. How do we continue to keep ACC as an amazing place? We're at a great time. ACC has been a national leader. We've won a lot of awards. We have a great team of talented people. But to keep going on this trajectory, we have to be very intentional
about holding these 3 C's near and dear to our hearts, because that is the way that we move forward together. The trust is just critical. So today we will honor some people who do this really well, and it gives us a chance to celebrate them, but also think about how we are each going to do this work a little bit differently and a little bit deeper. You know, it's not that we become carbon copies of each other, but we can always learn from other people and how to get better from a spirit of continuous process improvement. We are a learning institution, and that means we continually apply those principles of continuous process improvement. What I would like to do today a little bit differently in our introduction, for those of you that have been to the 3 Cs before, you know, we typically go around the room. So I would like for everybody, if you can introduce yourself, say what department you work in, the location you typically work from, and the time you've been with the college. But today I want you, and I don't want you to tell a story, but I would like you to say a person in your life. My favorite this morning as I was driving in, and I told Grant, GPS took me over the river and through the woods today, but I had a lot of time to think. And I was reflecting on my grandmother, somebody who really embodied these 3 C characteristics. And I say that because my mother loved me. My mother was my biggest cheerleader in my life, point blank. You know, she made me believe I could do anything. I could have been an astronaut if I chose to, based on how she raised me. But it was my grandmother that gave me that special love. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, show of hands of who had the benefit of having a living grandparent. Not everybody had that benefit. Okay. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about here, but I'm just going to give you one story. My grandmother gave birth to 12 children. 9 of them lived past 3 months old. Okay. So she raised 9. She lived to be 102 years old. With 9 children, she had 33 of us first level grandchildren. And I was the youngest for a long time, barring uncles. That's a whole nother conversation. But for the longest, I was the youngest of the 33. So that tells you a little bit about birth order and favorites and things like that, right? What that meant was, yes, she had 33 grandchildren, and yes, she had 9 children, but I was the baby. You know where I'm going with this. Can you imagine how I felt when I went to my grandparents' house and her face lit up? I mean, I knew before I saw her, before I walked around the corner, I could feel her and her love for me before I walked into that room. No matter what, my grandmother was a great cook. And my grandfather had a farm, and she was the one responsible for cooking for all of the people working on the farm every day. But if I asked her to cook anything, she would. I made the mistake of telling her I liked Tang, and she made sure Tang was available every time I came to the house. But and they didn't live in my city. We had to go to Kentucky to visit my grandmother. So one summer I went back to spend 2 weeks with her, and I walked in, she said, "What do you want, baby?" And I said, "Could you make some of your cobbler?" She said, "Absolutely. Go pick the blackberries and I'll make it for you." She made a whole tray of blackberry cobbler just for me. You know how special you feel when there are 33 other grandchildren, but you get your own tray of cobbler? Pretty darn special. I said that because when we have our students walk on our campuses, I want them to feel the same love that I felt when my grandmother made me that cobbler, right? I joke around sometimes and I say, I love my girls, but I love my grandson. I've got an 8-year-old, he's 7, he'll be 8, March 16th. He doesn't know it yet, but he could get anything out of me. And I ask him what he wants. And he's like, I took him to Cracker Barrel one day for breakfast. I said, "What do you want?" He's like, "That dinosaur." I'm like, okay. I'm like, he could have had anything in here and he wanted the dinosaur. Okay. I'm saying all that to say that same love, that same energy, that same excitement that I felt when I saw my grandmother, that she showed me when she saw me, that's, when we think about the 3 C's, caring, collaboration, trust, it's a feeling. It's an energy exchange. So you're doing great things already, but I just want you to think about how can we be intentional about creating that spark, that excitement, when that student walks in to see you, no matter if you just dealt with the most difficult coworker, I don't care, put that behind you and think about this student. Let's think about how we can continue to show up for them and also each other. So with the 3 C's, I want you to just no narratives needed today, but just as you go through the normal intros, if you could share that person that made you feel that way. And they don't have to be at ACC, but just period in your life. So we'll start in the back of the room. Let's, yeah. Mhm. Welcome.
Y'all. And I guess the person who really sort of inspires me in that way is my father. My father's just really,
Okay.
he's a biologist, he's an ecologist. I grew up, out in the field and learning about mammals and science and all that kind of stuff. So it's so inspiring. It's always supported me so much. So
I'd love to
thank
see
y'all.
it. Thank you.
Hi, Aziz Husseini with Facilities and Construction. I've been at ACC now for 3.5 years. Think back on who inspires me and I trust the most is my mom.
Hi, my name is Marcus Kaidas. I've been with the college for 14 years now. I'm an audiovisual manager. I would say my grandparents. I've been the lucky one. When I was born, I had not only 2 sets of grandparents, I also had 2 great grandmothers and a great grandfather. So I've been spoiled. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sarah Schultz. I work in academic technology out of the Highland Business Center. I've been here for almost 3 years. And my sister-in-law, who I met when I was 10 years old, and I set up my brother and sister-in-law when they were in high school.
Hi, I'm Matt Evans. I'm the Director of Academic Technology out of the Highland Business Center. I've been here for almost 4 years now. And the person who inspired me as I was growing up, and is still somebody that I think about pretty regularly, is my 8th grade English teacher. Really got me into writing.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Roxanne Royalty, and I'm the Executive Dean for Student Affairs for the North Region. And I've been here for about almost 14 years in May. And my mother is the person.
Hello, I'm Wade Bradfeud. I'm Executive Dean for the South Region for Student Affairs. And I'm having a hard time deciding who, but I would say my mom was a single parent with 3 kids, went to community college and worked and went and eventually became a teacher, taught ESL for 40 years.
Wow.
And she reminds me of our students who have lots of things they're struggling with and come in and are heroes every day. So
Thank you for sharing.
Good morning. Hi, I am Ruth Reinhardt, the AVC of Student Support Services. And I've been here for 16 years. It'll be 17 years in June. Wade and I started together at this campus.
Oh, wow.
Just FYI. So we're back home where we started our careers at ACC. But I think my mom, like Wade's mom, was a single mom with 4 children, divorced, with just a high school diploma, and really made education important for all of us. And because of her, this is where I am today.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kathy James. I'm the Executive Dean for Advising for the district, and I also work with the affinity programs. And I've been at ACC with 17 years in January, and I've probably worked at all but 2 campuses at this college, but no, I've been around a lot. And the person that has inspired me is actually a family friend who I adopted as my own other father. I grew up with my parents and my grandparents, but this particular person was the one that made me know I had to go to college. He was my biggest fan when I was an athlete in high school. He took me on my college tours. He sent stuff to colleges to get me a scholarship. And the day I got my master's degree, which Wade made me get, was the same day that we had his funeral and I could not attend. So Morris Smith is the person.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chelsea Biggerstaff. I'm the interim manager of faculty development. I've been at ACC 7 years in April, and I work at the Eastview campus. And
that energy of love. And we're celebrating her today, Dr. Marion Moore. When you were talking about great energy, she's got it. She's got the 3 C's. So I'm gonna pass it to her now.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Marion Moore, and I'm an instructional designer at the Cypress campus. And it was hard to decide, but I would have to say both my parents were both inspirational for me.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Gray. I'm an instructional designer with Distance Ed at the Highland campus. April will be, 22 years. And I will say my father.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nico. I'm working student life. This is my 4th week. Thanks. I appreciate that. I'm like right down the hall if anyone wants to say hi. And I would say my grandmother, she was cool. So
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kelly Brown. I'm a regional manager for student life for the Central Region. I bounce around all of my campuses as our space at Highland is being renovated. I'm so excited. I've been at the college for 11 years. And I would say my grandmother, she had a 6th grade education. And so she always told me how important it was for me to pursue my education, really inspired me. She passed last year. So I am just really all about living out her legacy. So yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Geneva Monroe, Regional Coordinator out at Elgin ACC. Been with ACC, it will be 7 years in July. My 3C is my mother, or was my mother. I am every bit of her, every bit of her.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alvis Klimke. I am an ed tech here and at Highland. Yesterday was my 1-year anniversary at ACC. And I think the people who inspire me the most are my parents. I didn't want to pick one, so.
Hi, I'm Corey Coburn Shiflett. I'm the Educational Technology Support Manager for the ACC District. I started last year. My inspiration would be my mother. She was the first in her family to graduate high school and college and made a way for me to pursue my doctorate now. And she taught public school starting in Mississippi for 40 years.
Wow.
Good morning, everyone. Jason Sanchez, Interim Director of High School Programs, Enrollment and Partnerships for 3 years yesterday. I'm at the Highland campus, and I'm going to say that my staff in the college and high school relations area is my inspiration. We don't move without being together.
I love it.
That's inspiration.
Thank you.
I'm Devin Miller. I am the High School Programs Academic Success Manager for the North Region out of the Elgin campus. I am 2 weeks shy of my 5-year anniversary, so terrifying. I am going to cheat a little bit because I was panicking about this. I think everybody in my life is very inspiring. They've all inspired me in some way. I think about when I get to meet with new students, they're inspiring, my colleagues, my friends, my family. So I think there's something inspirational in everyone.
Thank you.
Sorry, that's hard to follow. So hi, everyone. My name is Adriana Lopez, and I am a coordinator for the North Region in high school programs. And so I work with Devin and I'm under Jason. And I also want to say ditto that our team is really great and I appreciate them. I think my inspirational people would definitely be my parents. They came to this country without anything. They still don't fully speak English 30 years later, but they've somehow made it work. And they've definitely emphasized the importance of education. And if it wasn't for them, I don't think I'd be here. So, I mean, I definitely wouldn't be here.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Azura Crispino. I've been here for 16 years. Devin, it's nice to meet you. I think I'm next door to you. Odd we had to meet at South Austin campus instead of Elgin. And I'm going to say that my nonna was the one who most did the 3 C's for me.
Thank you.
My name is Teresa Moore. I'm retired after 20 years in 2018. I was the manager of instructional design, and there's a couple of ladies right back here that were just wonderful members of our team. My inspiration came from my father, who was born in 1901 in Indian Territory. That's what's on his birth certificate. And he raised me pretty much by himself. had an 8th grade education. And he could not push me hard enough to get to the books, and unfortunately, he didn't see me get my master's degree, but he was there for most of my education, pushing me all the way.
Good morning, Sonia Rangel. I'm the campus coordinator at the Elgin campus. My inspiration and the people that push me and inspire me are my son and my husband, who are actually here today.
Hello, everyone. Linda Smarzik, new role in the College of Dean of Digital Fluency and Innovations, the QEP. Micro credentials are all coming soon to you. Shameless plug. My mother, I would have to say, even though it's an adversarial relationship, my mother, she had a college degree when the women in our area, South San Antonio, did not have a college degree. Divorced, 4 children, and I just have I'm just verklempt. I'm having so much respect for her in this moment. Thank you so much for asking us to do this. Thank you. That one.
Good morning. My name is Tim Kelly. I'm the campus manager here at South Austin, and welcome everyone. Thank you for coming out. My lifelong information is probably my father, who always impressed upon us that your attitude affects the outcome. And it's a simple little thing to remember, but it's true. And my current inspiration is Nico, because new employees are the most eager and motivated and really want to do well. So Nico's my current inspiration.
I love it.
My name is Rosarita Voss, and I've been teaching at ACC in psychology for 10 years now. So I'm in the psych department. My inspiration is my mother. She told me and taught me anything I want, I can do all things. And I do have that on my syllabus for my students. So when they come in, is I can do all things. And I always tell them I encourage you. But the other thing I would like to celebrate, because of my mom, she told me anything I want, pray about it. And I am proud to announce all my federal student loans of $112,000 has been written off. I got the letter. Yes, yes, yes. So don't worry about what the news people are saying. They are forgiving student loan debt, $112,000. And I'm still dancing.
I would be too.
I'm Caroline Hong. I'm the newest coordinator in the Student Money Management Office. I came here in December after teaching for 2 years in elementary schools in Austin. And I would say my biggest inspiration is probably my mom, because she's the reason why I went into teaching in the first place. And that's why I continue to stay in the education world after quitting teaching.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Belinda. I'm the Associate Director for Financial Aid and Veteran Outreach. It's so nice to see familiar faces that I have only seen virtually for a long time now. It's exciting. So I've been here for 8 years now. September was my 8th year. I remember when I first got to ACC, my colleague had just celebrated their 5th year, and I thought, wow, that's so long from now. And here I am 8 years later. My inspiration is my mom. I feel like many of you, it's hard to top that for me. But yeah, she's definitely my biggest cheerleader. So my mom.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Graciela Lugo. I am the administrative assistant with the Student Money Management Office. I've been at ACC for almost 7 years. Here at South Austin campus. This is my main campus. And I feel that my inspiration are my parents. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Karen Cerna, and I am with the Student Money Management Office and Financial Aid Outreach. And I've been at ACC for 7 years. Right after college, my first job was working at a homeless shelter. And I'd like to say my inspiration was my first boss, who really taught me and modeled compassion and care.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mary Havens. I'm a faculty librarian at the Elgin campus. I've been at ACC for 7 years, including my hourly work. And my biggest inspiration is my mom.
I'm Lori Phillips. I'm the administrative assistant to this one right here at the Elgin Libraries. I've been with ACC since December of 2012. And my biggest inspiration in my life was my daddy. And anytime my daddy started a sentence with, "Well, kid," there was always a lesson to be learned in that sentence.
Hi, I'm Courtney Milner. I'm the head librarian at the Elgin campus. Been here for 10 years, and my 3C person is my mother.
Hello, I'm Toya Cisneros, and I am the head librarian here at the South Austin campus. And I've been here, it'll be 10 years in October. And again, my mother, she was my best friend.
Oh, nervous. Hi, I'm Tamara Yanis. I am the student voice outreach and communications coordinator with Student Affairs Communications. Very, very long title. I'm so sorry. Been with the college for about almost 7 years in April. And then I'm out of HBC. And then my inspiration is my grandfather. He always said, all you need in life is a dictionary. That's how he learned words in English. So he always pushed education. So I live by that.
Hi, my name's Stephanie. I'm here at South Austin campus. I'm instructional designer, and my grandma learned English from soap operas. And when she said that, I really wanted to throw that in there. And I would say she's my inspiration, but she didn't really believe in education. So I'm not going to say her. I'm going to say my team at SAC here. They inspire me every day. I love working with here and with all you guys.
Good morning. William Martinez, ABC, part of Student Affairs, going on 12 years. And I'd say my mom, who was a teacher for 35 years, probably taught me to walk at the public library and had me doing workbooks before I could even read.
Good morning, everyone. Gretchen Rail, I'm the Associate Vice Chancellor for Workforce Education, primarily at the Highland campus. And Monday was my 6-year anniversary. And my inspiration is my mom. She was born on Valentine's Day, and she was the
Something we need to know?
She was the embodiment of love, maybe not that way. And she would have been 100 this year.
Do we know
Hello.
what that sound was? Okay,
Testing,
all
testing.
right. Okay.
It's working.
Right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Natasha Randolph, and I am the Assistant Department Chairperson at the Eastview campus. And I will be 9 years for nursing. For nursing. And it'll be 9 years for me in August. I've just enjoyed this tremendous journey. And I can say that I was inspired as well as a lot of you by my grandmother. I was the baby as well. Her name was Elizabeth Taylor. And so we all just really enjoyed that. And I would just have to say she's the one who continues to inspire me from above with please and thank you as my guiding force.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Andrea Kehoe. I'm the head of product here at ACC. I'm based out of the Highland campus. I'm a twin, so I would have to say my biggest inspiration continues to be my twin brother. We literally had to learn how to collaborate from the womb. So yeah, shout out to Paul.
Makes sense.
Good morning, everyone. Shasta Buchanan, Student Affairs. I've been at the college 7.5 years, and my biggest inspiration, y'all have heard me, some have heard me say Mr. Van Howard was the director of our daycare. And when my parents could not afford for me to continue daycare, he allowed me to work at the age of 8 in the front office and learn how to answer phones, and it paid for my tuition. And then when I was 13, I got paid.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Grant Hennig. I'm the special assistant to our amazing provost, and we are housed at the new HLC 3000. So if you haven't been there yet, please come visit us. It's an awesome building. I've been with the college 4 years. I'm on my 4th year now. Started with enrollment management under student affairs. And my inspiration is my grandmother as well. It's interesting that we bring this up because she passed 10 years ago yesterday, which was 10-year anniversary. But unconditional love, it was inspired me. And mine wasn't Tang, but mine was Nutter Butter cookies. I've always had them. My favorite to this day.
Thank you. So I'm gonna put this mic up here. I realized when you said Elizabeth Taylor, I forgot to tell you my grandmother's name, Birdie Miller Reeves Claybrooks. So she lived to be 102. She passed away in 2014. So she lived to see me get my doctorate. And she passed away about 3 months after that. So a blessing in my life. At this time, we will start the thing that you probably have been waiting for, to see our nominees celebrated. So we will start. I'll have the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs, Dr. Shasta Buchanan, introduce our first person who nominated the awardee. Yeah, I'll get that straight.
Good morning. The first nominee is Marcus Kaitis, and he was nominated by Aziz Husseini. Aziz, you want to come up and say a few words?
No, I mean, I actually forgot what I wrote. I had the pleasure of working with Marcus on our HLC 3000 building. I'm sure we wouldn't be able to complete the AV system. So Marcus works with TLED, right? He works on the technology side of integration, and we wouldn't have been able to complete the AV in time for that building to open up. So really appreciate his efforts to oversee that work. I can tell you he's super nervous. He's just such a quiet, sort of a silent assassin, as I like to think of him, right? It's like when things need to get done, just conversations with Marcus, his participation in meetings, and he just kind of sits there quietly, listens and absorbs in terms of what the takeaways is and what he needs to walk away with, action items. And next day, I know, he sends me a spreadsheet. Hey, here's the items that we discussed. Here's the items that are checked off the list. Here's items that are pending from the contractor. And here's a game plan to complete it. So just when I think about on the ball, right, he is just there constantly supporting us and just behind the scenes, never taking credit, never stepping up. And I know he's like, oh, I'm one of my peer, but it's a great opportunity to recognize his commitment to our project and to the college. So thank you, Marcus.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you. It is a great honor for me to receive this special award. Thank you, Aziz, for believing in me. I have to say it's this accomplishment, it's a huge, it's a milestone in my work life. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Our next nominee is Belinda Pena, and she was nominated by Michaela McCarty. Would you like to come up, Michaela? Is Michaela here? Oh, hold on. If Michaela's not here, I'm about to read what she's. Okay. Belinda has demonstrated the 3 C's model since I began working in 2016. She collaborated with our team, other departments, and external partners to expand the work study program and our outreach efforts. She continually encourages her team's professional development and leads with a coach's approach. She celebrates all achievements and supports all ACC staff and students. She interacts with everyone with compassion, understanding, and mutual respect. Belinda works with our team leaders and the college's administration to coordinate and strategize the institution's goals. Then she puts it into action with successful results. She's facilitated and organized events that started off small and then grew over the years. Her projects and trainings have become other departments' models when they organize their own events. ACC is truly fortunate to have an employee like Belinda. Our department wouldn't be the same without her. Belinda.
Yeah, that's really amazing to hear. Michaela actually is my direct report, so it's even more of a surprise to hear that Michaela can speak so highly of me. I really appreciate that. But more than anything, I'm just so honored to be here. I think the 3Cs are something that I just live by, and it's so great to pay it forward and continue to work with everyone. I love ACC. I've had so many opportunities to connect, collaborate, and just put all of our care into the things that we do here. So I'm just honored. Thank you so much. And oh my gosh, I'm just gonna be like, Michaela, you're amazing. Thank you. I wish she was here so I could give her a big hug. That was really nice of her. Thank you.
I'm super excited, Belinda. You made me feel tall when you pulled the mic down. So I was like, yes. Our next nominee is Geneva Monroe. Geneva was actually nominated by two different people, and then a group of people. The first person is Mary Havens and then Courtney Milner. If y'all want to come up here, and then Miss Geneva, I'm going to share what the students wanted us to share. So the students actually shared with us from Maynard Early College, is that correct, Willie? From Maynard Early College, they just talked about how you provide food for them. They were like, when we're hungry and we're trying to study at the Elgin campus, it almost put us in tears when we heard from those young people. So just wanted to share that. And then Mary and Courtney, would y'all like to share?
So Dr. Humphrey stole my thunder. I had this whole plan. Y'all were going to close your eyes. You were going to go to a happy place and find the warmest fuzzy you could. And we already did that. So yay. Geneva is that person for our campus. I am over the moon knowing that our students nominated her because she feeds every single one of those people that comes in on our campus every single day. And then if she has extra, she hides the good food for us. So the Tang and Nutter Butters, that is for us. She'll message us and be like, hey, I got some barbecue. And we're like, down there. I mean, I cannot, she is.
Geneva makes our students feel welcome. She makes our campus centered on students. And it's hard to talk because I get choked up about her. She also runs a food pantry independently, and she just takes care of our students. They come off the bus from, lots of times they don't have time to eat between classes. We don't have a lounge for students to go sit and eat. We just have the vending machine. So, but she's got peanut butter and jelly, and she's got cookies, and she's got all kinds of treats. And she has stuff for them to color with. And then we have activities that we've done with the library and Student Life together. And she's just phenomenal. She is the exciting example of how student life should be run. Yes. So we wanted to thank you, Geneva. We're so appreciative of you.
Hello, everyone. I am beyond blessed to have this opportunity, to be given this honor. I truly believe I was put on this earth. And that's my faith, is that we are here to serve one another. That was my mother with a 3rd grade education. This is what I was taught. You give, you serve, and God will take care of the rest. And so that's how, I came to be. 7 years ago, January 20th, I lost my husband to cancer. And I was not going in a path that I needed to go. Somebody from ACC, Cindy Jones, said, hey, why don't you come here and do what you've always been doing? And I was volunteering, helping students at Maynard, helping people at rest homes, caregiving. And she said, you just come in and do that. I didn't feel I had the knowledge enough to do that or the capability. But the people that I have come in contact with, especially at Elgin, Kelly, Sonia, y'all are my saving grace. ACC has been my saving grace. And so I'm just giving back what y'all have given to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I messed it all up. Yeah.
I said a little bit about what the students said, but they just could not stop talking. I think when we were in the meeting, we were just wanting to hear about the student experience, and they just, they spent the majority of that time just talking about you. And they talked about how, and I'm gonna get choked up. They just talked about how to care for, and that when they're hungry, they don't have to worry about that. And I think we talk a lot about students being hungry, and to hear young people identify a person in their life that really, that they feel respect them and look out for them. They saw that in you.
Hey, where are the tissues at, y'all? I need the tissues at the next 3 Cs. I have the honor and privilege of reading off our next nominee, as well as the nominator. So the next person is Natasha Randolph, and Assistant Department Chair, and the nominator is Dr. Kelly Amade. If Kelly's here and would like to say a few words about Natasha. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read. And thank you for your grace. I've been here for a little bit over 90 days. So if I pronounce your name wrong, please correct me because I want to get it right. So this is what Kelly had to say about Professor Randolph. Professor Natasha Randolph is such a perfect example of the college's commitment to the 3 Cs. She is such an incredible conduit for our team in professional nursing. She is always eager to find solutions that are beneficial to our students, our team, and our community. She's an excellent communicator and is therapeutic and inspiring with her words. She genuinely cares about the profession of nursing and the impact she has on our students and their future. She feels a tremendous responsibility to our community to carve our students into successful and competent nurses. She treats everyone she encounters as an individual and meets them where they are without any preconceptions. I am good at my job because she inspires me to do better every day. We are so lucky to have her on our team. Congratulations, Natasha.
Well, thank you so much for this great honor. I'm so just excited to be here today. I'm so humbled. I don't think I deserve it, but you know, I'm just so appreciative. Nursing, you know, we're going into such a great, you know, direction. We've had some, you know, fallbacks, you know, with everything that's gone on in the past few years, and there's a national shortage that we know of. And so ACC, I just love the direction that we're going in. We're trying to educate students and bringing them forward. And I'm so glad we're back in the classroom, because how can you make a great nurse virtually, you know? And so the creativeness of the team, we're 3 campuses, you know, but 1 program. So the collaborative efforts are massive, you know, and just trying to reach those goals and objectives to get these nurses educated, these student nurses educated. So I'm just excited in the direction that we're going in. I'm so excited about ACC. I love everything about community, college, community in itself, family. And so every student is exceptional in their own right. And so we strive to just make them know that as well. So again, I'm so humbled and just so incredibly excited about Professor Hamady and Dr. Hamady's, just her impression of me. And so I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna keep going. And so until I can't go anymore, until ACC says stop. I'm going to keep going. And so thank you so much for everyone. Thank you so much for your kind words. And I'm very, very, very appreciative.
Our next nominee is Sonia Rendon Rangel, and is a campus coordinator here with your family here today. And you were nominated by Lori Phillips. Congratulations.
I have had the distinct pleasure of working with Sonia for the majority of my career here at ACC. She, over all of that time, I have watched her with the students. I have watched her kindness, her caring with the students, and occasionally the mom look. The kids really adore her at that campus. And sometimes I do see us forget that the students are our priority, but I've never seen Sonia forget that the students are our priority. She's just amazing. And, you know, from the campus side of it, the management side of it, I don't know how many times she gets emails from me. Oh, Sonia, this problem, I need it fixed. And man, she jumps on it. She gets it taken care of. She doesn't delay. She stays on top of it. I don't have to remind her at any given time about it. She takes care of it. I can't say enough nice things about her. She is an amazing, godly woman, and I adore her.
Well, it occurred to me that I should have been standing here, but I was still crying over Geneva. I am so humbled and thankful for the people that I work with at that campus. I didn't say how many years I've been there. I actually opened that campus May 13th. I'll be there 10 years. I trained here 10 years ago with Tim's crew in this building. And August 12th, our student affairs open, and August 26th, our first students walk through that door. So when I look out and see our beautiful students every morning, it is just a God-given blessing to be there. The placement, the provision, the guidance that I have received, I am so thankful for. And that's what I place first. But the people that I have known throughout the years that I've known for those 10 years, this couldn't happen without them. That community and communication, what we have at that campus, could not happen with each and every person in every cubicle, every office, every classroom. I love y'all. I appreciate every one of y'all. Y'all are what makes that campus grow. And we're going to be 10 years old, and that's because of you. And yes, the students love y'all, but that's because you are who you are, and we're never going to change, guys. That's it. Wherever we go in this district, that's what we're going to bring to the table. Thank you very much. Don't know what to do next. Thank you, Lori. I love you too. All right.
And our final nominee is Dr. Marion Moore. Congratulations. Dr. Moore is an instructional designer and was nominated by Asura Crispino.
I'm going to make everyone feel tall. Give me a second. I recently began the HighFlex Training Academy, and I asked if I could continue working with Marion as my instructional designer. And another faculty member who was also in the training immediately said, "Oh yeah, Marion, I like working with her. Can I continue working with her too?" So I'd like to say that she's the most requested instructional designer. I have absolutely no data for that. But one of the things about the HighFlex Institute is that if you're already Quality Matters certified, that institute is going to be really easy, I think. And if you're not, it's going to be a nightmare. And when I asked Marian if she would continue working with me, she said, Azura, I don't know if you know this, but you were the first person to nationally certify a course through Quality Matters. And I said, Marian, I remind people of that about once a week. But the truth is, I absolutely could not have done it without you. And you were just amazing, right? Because I was the first, our course learning objectives were not measurable. And I kept insisting that they were. And I was wrong, but instead of just telling me that, right? Because remember, I'm a professor. I like to be the one with the red pen, right? I'm the one who's telling other people that they're making mistakes. And she used her master's in counseling to get me to see the error of my ways in a loving, compassionate, here's the list of terms. Do you see the terms that you're using on this list or an equivalent of it? And eventually I was able to have that achievement, but really it should have been a shared award. And I am so grateful to the 3 Cs for giving me the opportunity to sing the unsung hero of that particular achievement. Thank you so much.
I'm going to keep it short, but I don't think I can follow Miss Geneva. But anyway, I want to let you all know that I'm very honored and it's such a privilege to receive such an award or recognition. And I also wanted to also acknowledge people, the 3 people here who came, Chelsea, who was a former recipient of the award, and she inspired me. And I attended the event and it was a tearjerker and I'm trying not to cry, and Teresa and Jennifer Gray, Teresa Moore, my former supervisor. So, and these are the most 3 amazing women that I've had the opportunity to work with. And they inspired me, and I'm glad to see that they're here to support me as well. So thank you, everyone. And also, I forgot to tell you, I have been working with ACC for 6 years. So.
So if we can get all of our award winners back up on the stage. Round of applause for all of our winners today. We like to call this the Catch People Doing Good Award, right? All right, you all have your awards. I didn't explicitly say, I feel like Simon says. All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's have one person here. Should we be? Can I get you on this side? And I want you to come closer to me on this side. I'm trying to balance the height a little bit.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna have you on the end here. If this is okay. Is that a little more balanced? Okay, all right. So on the count of 3. And if we could, before you stop, before you leave, if we could have the people that nominated them that are here, come join so we can get a double picture. And if you could stand behind your nominee, well, let me move this. Let's move forward a little bit. Yeah. Oh, okay. She had 4 nominations. All right. Okay. All right. Do we have everybody? Can you see? If you can't see the cameraman. Okay. Thank you. Another round of applause for all of our winners. This is the embodiment of ACC, everybody. This is us at our best. So thank you. Thank you all for coming out today. I hope you have a wonderful remainder of your day. Let's go out and change the world, okay? All right.